Gampi agandao. Let's take a look at this week's progress and accomplishments in DILG Misamis Occidental, right here at MisOcc in Focus. To reaffirm its commitment to forest protection through a whole-of-government approach, DILG Misamis Occidental presented updates on anti-illegal logging initiatives during the second quarter meeting of the Provincial Anti-Illegal Logging Task Force. DILG Misamis Occidental presented comments and observations on the draft Comprehensive Land Use Plan and Zoning Ordinance of the Municipality of Concepcion during the Provincial Land Use Committee meeting. As part of its 5S implementation in the workplace, DILG Misamis Occidental convened an insights-gathering session to discuss the proposed adoption of a centralized storage policy aimed at ensuring better organization of documentation through the digitalization of records. As a member of the Mount Malindang Range Natural Park Protected Area Management Board Infrastructure Subcommittee, DILG Misamis Occidental actively participated in discussions on the proposed field inspection, focusing on road development and concreting projects in Don Victoriano. In preparation for the upcoming regional inventory this June, DILG Misamis Occidental, through its administrative officers, conducted an updated inventory of property, plants, and equipment at the DILG Oroqueta office. To support the directive in strengthening barangay-level anti-drug efforts, MLGO Joel Tabil of Alorad coordinated with the PNP to reinforce BADAC initiatives, especially in barangays identified with low-functional BADACs in 2023. To enhance the technical knowledge and competencies of DILG Lanao del Norte, MLGO Karel Cotales of Baliangao facilitated a benchmarking activity showcasing katarungang pambarangay and Lupon Taga Pamayapa implementation strategies. On the same day, to implement the 5S program in the workplace, MLGO Karel Cotales of Baliangao initiated the activity to create a cleaner, more organized, and safer office environment. MLGO Cotales updated barangay secretaries and treasurers on DILG projects, programs, and activities, and reportorial deadlines during their monthly meeting. She also guided them on documents required by ARTAC. During the Punong Barangay meeting, MLGO Cotales presented updates on DILG programs, citizen charter revisions, and post-election transition activity. MLGO Faith Constantino of Calamba presented the LGU's CFLGA initial assessment results to help the LGU understand their performance in child-friendly governance. MLGO Constantino also served as a resource speaker to guide LGUs on complying with ARTA requirements, including citizens' charter and processing times. MLGO Glycerin Gillian of Clarin discussed the salient features of DILG Memorandum Circular 2025-016 and ensured that all transition activities adhered to the policies and guidelines during the local governance transition team meeting. MLGO Cruz de Ledesma Navarro of Concepcion monitored the Subaybayan database updating of LGU Concepcion. MLGO Cruz de Ledesma Navarro served as resource person in updating the barangay development plan of the 18 barangays of Concepcion. MLGO Jocelyn Bedolido of Jimenez provided guidance to barangay secretaries during the briefing on the submission of citizens' charter and other ARTA requirements by the BLGUs. MLGO Bedolido witnessed and evaluated the conduct of barangay simulation of worst-case scenarios on the top 2 hazards in the contingency plan as part of the review team and evaluator. MLGO Richard Gillian of Lopezina facilitated the review and polishing of the draft ordinance during the committee hearing on localizing the Safe Spaces Act. MLGO Harold Buscaino of Plaridel gave updates on peace and order reportorial requirements during the Liga meeting. A post-assessment of the national and local elections was also conducted. MLGO Buscaino actively participated during the Sangguniang Bayan session where he discussed on the ELOPDS submission rendered legal opinion on legislative matters. MLGO Buscaino initiated technical assistance on the Barangay Full Disclosure Policy Board, tactical inspection of barangay tanods, and skill enhancement for the Sangguniang Barangay members of Barangay New MLGO Buscaino showed his commitment to the Indigenous Peoples Community Development Program for CY 2026 to 2030. On the same day, MLGO Harold Buscaino actively participated in the Hapag Demo Project rollout across all 33 barangays of Plaridel. MLGOO Chuchi Igar of Sinacaban facilitated the orientation on anti-red tape authority guidelines attended by punong barangays, barangay secretaries, and selected CART members of the municipality. MLGOO Roy Vicente of Sapang Dalaga ensured the submission of reports and facilitated the resolution of barangay issues and concerns during the barangay secretary monthly meeting. CLGO Jeannie Villa Gonzalo of Oroqueta facilitated an interfacing session with barangay officials led by RD Bruce Colao in Barangay Mialen, emphasizing the department's commitment to inclusive governance even in remote areas. CLGO Villa Gonzalo oriented 47 punong barangays and barangay secretaries on formulating their citizens' charters during the re-engineering seminar workshop for barangays. Cluster Head and concurrent CLGO of Tangub City serve as resource speaker during the Comprehensive Land Use Plan Consultative Meeting, reaffirming strong stakeholder support and commitment. MLGO Alfredo Igar Jr. of Todela facilitated updating of BDRRM plan and BGAD planning involving all 33 barangays. Those are our major accomplishments for the week. Stay informed, stay involved, and see you next week, right here at MisOcc in Focus.